My last few tries at recording for the servant, it they get on with the time. They go a little long because I kind of have to do the whole comparison of MHXA, how disgustingly they buffed her to the point where they don't even want to release single target archers that often. They don't want to even release SSR single target archers because MHXA just kind of slaps them into the ground with very little ways to fight back. As for welfares and even as for 4-stars, Saika kind of hits with the strongest of them. And not only does her MP hit like fairly hard, her face cards down here are honestly some of the best in her class, because a lot of these single target archers are old. A lot of these units are older, their hit counts aren't as well balanced, especially the lower down you go. Like Robin Hood, for instance, is only his MP, is pretty much only MP. Well, Saika has honestly some of the most modern design that I would say, yeah, she compares to like 5 stars in kit design. Maybe not here, not with the attack, but let's fully get started on this, because I'm kind of on a time limit because my arm is killing me, and the longer this goes, the more I have to keep my arm straight so nothing gets knocked over. So, base attack, just below 9k. It's on the lower side, but this is so close to 9k that it really doesn't matter. Like, if you have to round to the nearest 10 to get to 9,000, you're like, it's so insignificant that it doesn't matter. Now, if you have to round to like the nearest 100, 500, yeah, no, that's when you're not in a good place. But she's close enough to 9k that it really doesn't matter. HP 12k. It's easier for me to look at this at a 120 and compare it to like 5 stars at like level 100. Yeah, no, this is okay. It's not super amazing, honestly. Wait, no, look here. This is a better comparison. Yeah, it's not the best, but it's also not the worst. Star weight, star gen, these are normal archer numbers. MP charge 0.75. I need to bring up her direct comparison. Altera the Santa. She is another single target quick welfare that came out a while ago. Her only benefit is that she has more attack. That's it. You look at everything else here and it's just worse. And yes, that is modern design versus an old Santa servant. But just keep in mind that she is not year 2. Year 2 is Jeanne d'Arc, Alter, Sans. Oh my god. I don't even know how to... no one knows how to say her actual name. Jeanne d'Arc, Alter Lily. That was number 2. This is 3. So right before Nightingale. Her MP charge, they're not abysmal. Like her hit count, her refund, they're not terrible. But they're average at nowadays, and just the gain isn't as good. Quick units, they want to have as high gain as possible because their best cards naturally refund the worst. She has 20% better MP gain plus, just a little bit more than her main competition, another welfare 5-star. What does that mean? Her face card performance is going to be significantly better. Altera the Santa is more of a support than an actual like DPS. Even though she does have like DPS in her kit, this is a unit that is much more focused to being a DPS. It shows so much in her kit. Like I said, these quick cards, amazing. These are great. Archers have a lower star gen. Not Berserker, not Avenger level star gen, but not that much better. These are probably as good as she was gonna get. There's no way they were gonna get both single target welfare 6-hit quick cards. They would have started giving her gains. I can promise that. With Ruler Scotty being as good as she is, but for her situation, I would still be mixing Scotty and Ruler Scotty. That's what I did in the raid when I was basically bond point farming. It was regular Scotty and Summer Scotty together. She works with both of them, and she's not particularly favoring either. What I mean by that is Jack has 3 quick cards, so she wouldn't want Ruler Scotty that much. If you're doing 3 Scotties, you'd want two normal Scotties, 1 Ruler. In the opposite direction, Atalanta Alter has 3 Buster cards, 1 quick card, so you'd want 2 Ruler Scotties and 1 normal Scotty. That's what I mean by that. Double quick, double buster means you can use both of them, and you're not particular on which one you actually need. And this one art card, it's solid. It is solid, especially for a quick serving, because again, usually the gains are worse, and these days with them all favoring double quick, double buster, these art cards need to stand out. They need to be good. They can't be passable. They have to be good. And this is probably as good as she was going to get. I don't think they were going to give her a 4-hit arts card, because then that would be on par with Koi and Skya of Light, who for a Buster Assassin I'm pretty sure she has the best arts card in the entire game. Pretty sure, but she only has 1 of them. All right, let's get started down here. First skill, ignores evasion. If you look at like 90% of archers, they all have sure hit. It is a standard archer skill. Is it could have been better? Yeah, it could have been ignore invul. But beggars can't be choosers. Like, dodge is still very common. They're more likely to see a dodge than an invul. Eye of Mind, false and true. You see it all the time still. Those skills haven't gone away. And a lot of units are getting like 2 hit 3 turn durations. So ignore evasion, it's still nice to have, but it's not the main selling point of this skill. It's just, honestly, I don't even know why the icon is the evasion, because I would have put the crit icon here. Because this is like, I see this part being way more desirable. Nothing you level is gonna affect the evasion. You level for this stuff. Party crit damage 30%, 30 star bomb. Kadroth brought it up in his video that I'm pretty sure he released today, and that is part of the reason why I wanted to revisit this video. One of the weaknesses of Quick, especially in OG Summer Scotty days, is your turn 1 was, unless you gave a star bomb, your turn 1 was pretty not great damage, because you didn't have any crit stars available to you. So the card type that emphasizes on crits the most wasn't able to crit in their first turn. Yet Buster units for a full year got 40 stars on demand whenever the fuck they wanted in their normal farming. Yeah, that makes sense. So I can actually see more Quick units getting to star bombs to help with turn 1 damage, and I honestly don't think that's redundant. Like, Buster cards don't need crits to be good, but Koi and Skya just makes all of them start shooting off MPs. All right, so remember this 30 number. Again, this is to the party. Second skill, 30s across the board for Quick, Buster, and her own crit damage. She has 60% so far in her kit for just general crit damage. Doesn't matter what card type. this also plays into like you having more freedom to mix and match Scotties. If you don't have your own OG Scotty, your own ruler Scotty, you don't have to stress that much because she'll still be giving a good base bonus for crit damage in general. Ruler Scotty, like, and you'd see more ruler Scotties on your list than OG Scotties these days. She still buffs quick the same amount as OG Scotty. It's just the crit damage. And then she also has a buster buff. You still want to have at least one ruler, but whether you need the OG Scotty is debatable based on the kit. And a lot of the times it's if the unit already has a whole bunch of defense down and not too many quick cards, probably should just go more Scotties, ruler Scotties. Anyway, 60% general crit damage in her own kit, and then each Scotty adds 100 to whatever card type you're focusing on. So you can end up with 270% crit damage for Buster, and then 160 for Quick, or you can dial that to the other side, and that's just so far. This is a very well put together crit unit that also has a pretty good MP too. Remember, 30 Quick and Buster. These are standard welfare numbers for the double card buff. Third skill is probably the biggest reason I am reevaluating the tier list and adding like not other tiers, but like putting it into consideration, like raid usage. The reason I didn't really bring up raid usage in other tier lists is because there weren't that many raids. Like next year on JP, I'm talking 2024. I don't even remember if NA got any raids. Like I'm genuinely scratching my head that after the Coin Sky raid, I'm pretty sure NA doesn't get another raid till Lost Belt 7. If you wanted, I think those are two different kinds of raids, but that's up to you. It's a flat 20 battery, and this number actually is important because if you only have one copy of the CE, that means you immediately went to 50, and then any of the Scotties could just buff you up. So I wasn't bond point farming efficiently enough. I could have probably slotted in another CE to that stuff from day one. I didn't have to wait for the MLB. That's on my part because I didn't know this unit's kit before that raid came out. I literally panicked to level her up on my alt account because there was no, I could have used Tristan, but kind of panicked and then realized I didn't even need it. Went to my other account, panicked because no one had damage bonus, and I would have had to swap CEs, so it wouldn't have been efficient in the first place. This unit was so efficient for the raid, it's not even funny. This 20 battery, nice for the C if you didn't have an MLB'd. This part, amazing if you could make sure that Saber Boss wasn't going to like skill up and then attack you only twice. He had a multi-hit attack in that raid. So every time you got hit, she was refunding like a berserker would. She was getting closer to 5% every time she got hit. Not every attack, every time she got hit. So 3 hit attacks gave her 15 gauge, or close enough to it. This applies to every single boss. This part only lasts for 1 turn. So technically it can function as a split battery, but you also have to know when to time this. If the enemy is stunned, don't pop this skill because they're not gonna hit you, especially if it's only one enemy. If it's someone about to MP, that's more understandable. Like definitely use this to dodge an MP. You're free to do that. And if it's a multi-hit MP, say Takeda, that's a 10 hit MP? How much gauge do you think you're gonna get from it? A lot. And then you get still attack more times. I am just a big fan of this. Would have been nicer if it was invul, yes, but how many archers actually have invul in their kit? Most of the time it's dodges for the archers, even though they're the ones that have sure hit. Funny story that. But yeah, her kit is designed for fighting a boss or face carding. It is not MP spam, MP spam, MP spam. That is not what this kit screams to me. You're not supposed to be like farming a single target boss or single target waves like the summer 90 plus plus where you had like that. It was like 200,000, 400,000, then a million HP Enkidu. If I'm remembering right. I think I'm actually remembering it wrong too, but I just remember the million Enkidu. She's not that type of farmer. She's not MP spamming. She wants her face cards to get full use out of them. And with this kit, she can get full use out of them every single turn. Because literally, first turn would be the weakest. She has stars. She has Ruler Scotty. She can crit that first turn. And then she's a quick servant. If you couldn't tell already, you can make her own stars on MPs and keep that cycle going. Passive skills. Mag resist D, 12.5% debuff resistance. Nice. Always nice to have something than nothing. I would rather have a chance for debuffs to not affect me over them pretty much always affecting me. Independent action A. General crit damage. She has 70% general crit damage in her own kit. 80% actually for just her arts card. And then she also gets that 5% arts buff. Yeah, it's not going to be one of the best arts cards, but it's nowhere close to being the worst. She's likely to crit on this too, which is something some of the higher refunders for arts cards don't have. Bitch, you can crit on her arts card, but it's not as likely because more likely than not, all the stars are going to the buster cards of whoever you're buffing with Bitch. There is no star weight in Magoichi teams except from when Ruler Scotty pops the battery on her for buster cards. But again, that's only one turn. She has anti-berserker. The best append for most units. Simply because she already does like more than normal neutral damage against berserkers. Most classes do more than neutral damage against berserkers. So instead of doing 1.5, it's like I think closer to 1.8. So it's not full super effective damage of Saber versus Archer, but it gets it a lot closer. This is always a good append to have, no matter the class. And it's really nice that she has this. It's not anti-ruler. Why would you be bringing in a knight class to fight a ruler? You'd probably bring a berserker or any of the other extra classes. More specifically an Avenger, obviously. But yeah. NP. 10 hit single target. Same as Altera the Santa. Reduces crit attack chance by 20% for 3 turns. Ups quick and buster performance for 1 turn, activates first, and the base is 20% for each of them. So as long as you are spamming the MP with this skill up, you have a full mana burst level of buffing for both quick and buster in her own kit. That is something a lot of other servants don't have. I'm pretty sure Izumo, like, she only has the 30 and she gets quick res down. Like, I'm literally comparing her to a 5-star. Yeah. And then quick res down. So, not only, like, her quick face cards are even better than they looked before. It is not hard to have good uptime on this. And again, because she's a welfare, you have the chance of being able to refund above 100% for this. You might be able to either get some overcharge or just loop to 200% because you had a really solid crit turn and just got a whole bunch of refund, and maybe stack this on top too for extra measure. Got hit a bunch as well. You may be able to ramp this up even more and have and if you get lucky with carding, have an even better turn next turn. Probably not hitting overcharge 300 in one turn. I'm just saying, you get more likely to getting back to your MP. Period. This part is always nice for any unit that is fighting, like supposed to be fighting a boss or fighting an enemy that isn't dying in one shot. It's just nice to have. I see the bullets and I'm like, but then I look at like one of my accounts. It's like, wait, there's a lotto sometime between now on an A and current moment on JP that you have a lotto for bullets. Take advantage of that when it happens. This is where it gets egregious. For a pen, you need 60 per skill. And remember, she's a welfare, so you actually will have the coins to unlock this. It's 60 each from Lost Belt 7 and Trom. Yeah, so these are appends. These should be the last thing you do. Like, other servants go first, hands down. Like, this append is not worth the pain of these mats if it means stealing them from someone else who needs them. Tezcat Napoka, Kremhild, units like that are just like straight up good, have less. I don't want to say Kremhild has less competition in her field because like single target berserkers pretty crowded now with Summer Castoria, but she still is really good. Okay, also I gotta finish this up because this is actually almost as much time. Bond CE, quick up, buster up, even more crit damage. Or Bond CE, if they ever make it so you can run this and another CE, amazing. It just it fits her kit so much. 100%. This is a servant, and also she's cute. She's oomphy. Saber would be good friends with her. They would have so much to bond with while eating. Oh god, oh my god, I can see it. Shiro has one of Kiritsugu's guns in his fucking in the shed, and that's used as a catalyst to summon Saika. And she's still asking for food just like Saber. Damn. Anyway, this is a servant that you probably want to level. Put some effort into it. Her skills aren't the worst to level. It's the appends that will kill you. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed, drop a like or sub. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.